It's 2003. I have butterflies in my stomach. I have butterflies in my stomach because I'm finally attending a public Danish school after living 2-3 years in an asylum camp and going to school for only refugee kids. But now, it's different. I'm starting in a public Danish school with the kids I used to watch behind the four walls of the camp. The Danes, you know, blonde-haired and blue-eyed kids. I couldn't wait. But just like everybody else, it's hard being a new kid in a new school. I walk around by myself. 1 day goes by, 2 days go by, 3 days go by. Nobody speaks to me. It's like they're afraid of something. I start to realize some things about myself. I realize I have darker skin. I see how my black hair and my dark eyes are different from the rest. And it's so annoying, you know, because I just want to play. I just want to play with them. But I refuse to give up, so I'm starting thinking, like, what can I do? What can I do? Think, Basir, think! Look around, there must... Oh, I got it! A football pitch! Maybe my football skills can make me part of the school. I know how to do magic with my feet. Maybe I can magically be a part of the school. So I walk across the field and I jump in the field. And just like that, I became a part of the team. And we start playing. I get the ball, I score, and everybody notices. I get the ball again, I dribble, I score. Now they're fighting. They're saying, it's not unfair. We want him on our team. No, we want him on our team. They're fighting over me suddenly. And every time I score, they clap, and they shout, and they cheer. And they shout a certain name. Osama, 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 Osama. Okay. I mean, I don't know who this Osama dude is, but I'm telling you, it felt good. On my way home, I'm wondering, like, who is this Osama guy? Is he like the Afghan Ronaldo? I wonder what number jersey he has on. Maybe I should get a poster of him on my wall. But Osama got quickly swept under the rug. The happiness I experienced was much bigger than the confusion. So, as I grow older, in the school, I find an interest in history. I learn about ancient Greece, Aristotle, Plato, and how he saved the world from Nazism. And I learn about charity and Christianity, and I read novels and poems by George Orwell and Shakespeare and Jose Anderson, and I'm so fascinated because I know that the people that I read about right now has created the world that I see when I look out the window. And I couldn't help but wonder, what's the story about where I'm from? So believe it or not, I run some pages in the book, trying to look for the chapter, oh, Afghanistan. And then there's a guy with a turban, a long beard, and an AK-47 on his lap. And I'm looking, Osama, it's the Afghan Ronaldo. Oh, long time no see. I turn to the next page. I see a picture I recognize of 2 towers burning. I turn to the next page. I see men with long beard, turbans, and AK-47 beating on women. I turn to the next page and end of chapter. I was shocked. A lot of questions popped up in my head. So this is what I've contributed to this world? I was thinking like, okay, so did my dad also have a long beard and an AK-47? Because as far as I knew, my dad, he had a tiny little mustache, and he had a suit, and he had his briefcase going to work. But I was wondering, like, maybe there's something I don't know. I need to find out. So I'm thinking, I'm asking the person who knows him the best, my mom. So I go home from school and I'm like, Mom, did Dad ever have a long beard? Mom, does Dad know how to handle a assault rifle? She's rolling her eyes. Mom, answer me. Your dad never had a long beard and handled an assault weapon. He can barely even handle a car. Eat your food, kid. She goes in her room, begin one of her prayers. I go in the other room because I'm not satisfied. I still want answers. So I go on the internet and I Google Afghanistan. And I read articles. I see videos and pictures of war, massacre, crimes being committed by human beings. Crimes committed with the exact same words my mom starts a prayer with. And I look at her and I'm so confused. Is she a part of this? Am I a part of this? It's not me. Or is it? Is it me? Son, what are you looking at? My dad enters the room. He sees me sitting in front of the computer watching all these videos. What are you looking at? Why are you looking at this? Dad, I'm trying to learn about us. About us? Yes, they're all Afghan men. They pray the same prayer like Mom. He looks at me. He looks angry, but I see something else in his face. So he tells me, come, sit down. Let me tell you something about us. Do you know that we originate from one of the most prominent civilizations of this world? No, Dad, that's not us. That's Aristotle, silly boy. Do you know Khurrami, the Persian astronomer and mathematician who revolutionized the science of math, the man who invented algebra? You mean the algebra we learned in school? Yes! What about Ibn Sina? Do you know Ibn Sina? A Persian doctor, philosopher, who wrote the first medical encyclopedia in the world, which scientists and biologists still use to this day. Or what about Saudi Shirazi, a literary from the medieval period, a master of speech he was called amongst his peers. He wrote a poem, actually. His poem is engraved at the UN Peace Building. It's a poem about breaking down barriers between human beings. Or what about Ibn Rushd, the man who reintroduced Aristotle to the Europeans in the 11th century. Actually, do you know what? His teachings were banned by the church. Wait, Dad. Hold up. Are you telling me an Islamic scholar was too secular for Europe? Yes, those were the days, huh? But I'm not saying it. History says it. You probably never even heard about the poet of love. We have a poet of love? Yes, he was born in Balkh, where you was born. Really? Tell me that, who is he? His name was Rumi. Rumi said, Tu qatrahay dar aqyanas nesti, tu tamam aqyanas dar yak qatrasti. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the entire ocean in one drop. I don't think I understood it back then, but I do now. A whole new world opened up for me, a lot of doors waiting for me to open them. And you know what? These guys, they had something in common. They wrote their word with Arabic letters. Some of them speak Persian, the language I speak at home. And they all had a turban, long beard, but they had a book in their hand. So today, I let my beard grow. It's no longer a symbol of chaos, war, mothers holding dead children. It might as well be a symbol of literature, poetry, science, philosophy, or love. Years go by and now I'm not an old man, a grown man. And my daddy comes up to me and he asks me with a smile on his face, do you remember when you wanted to learn about us? Yes, I do. So tell me, what have you learned? Instead of giving you a lecture of what I've learned, Dad, I just want to say a simple thing. Thank you. Thank you for giving me a positive identity. An identity I can reflect myself upon. One I can be proud of. I can now look out the window and know that the people who come from where I come from has also contributed and shaped the world we live in. And he looks at me and he puts his arm around me like he did years ago, and he says, "Good, my boy, my son, I'm proud of you. Remember, knowledge is power, and the search for knowledge can never stop. It's eternal. You can never know enough." And then he grabs my face and he says, "And by the way, please, please remove that beard. Wallah, you look like Osama." Thank you.
Inspired us to say two things. One, there's a lot of ladies here, so I know they ain't a drop in the ocean. I know they don't know.
They are all in entire ocean in one breath.
And Noah has something very important to